Hello everyone, welcome to this video on how to embed a bold BI dashboard in a Blazor Server app. We'll create, configure, and run the application from scratch. This integration provides a seamless experience for accessing data and gaining real-time insights. It helps manage data and visualizations in a centralized environment, simplifying data handling, reducing the complexity of analysis, and improving business performance. I've provided a link to the documentation, which includes a sample application for you to refer to as we go along. Let's get started. I've already installed the .NET SDK on my machine to create a Blazor Server application with Visual Studio Code. Next, I create a folder for the application and navigate to it. Then, I run this command to create the application. This creates a basic project with all the necessary files and dependencies to get started with building the application. Then I run this command. This package provides JSON serialization and deserialization in .NET applications. It allows for easy conversion between .NET objects and JSON formatting, facilitating data interchanges with web services and APIs. Next, I run the command to add system runtime serialization primitives. This package provides runtime serialization support for various data types, allowing efficient conversion of objects into a format that can easily be stored or transmitted and subsequently deserialized back into their original object form. Next, I need to add an embed config.json file to configure embedding parameters, authentication, user context, and customization for the secure embedding of a dashboard. Let me now download the embed config file. In the dashboard server, click Settings. Select Embed, and click Enable Embed Authentication. Then click Download. A dialog box will open. I select the Sales category and Sales Analysis dashboard, respectively. Next, I download the JSON file and add it to the application's root folder. I open the application root folder in Visual Studio Code. I create a new folder titled Models. Within it, I create a model class titled dataclass.cs. Then I add the necessary namespaces. This imports libraries that handle JSON serialization, system operations, collection management, link operations, data serialization, and task based on asynchronous programming under the Blazor Server models namespace. To avoid naming conflicts, add the Blazor Dashboard Viewer namespace. Next, add the embed class to store the embedding query string and the URL of the Dashboard Server API, respectively, for dashboard embedding configurations. Add an embed details class to configure the dashboard embed details. Next, create a new file, name it globalappsettings.cs. And add a namespace to avoid any naming conflicts and the global app settings class to access and manage embedding configurations globally across the application. Next, open host.cs HTML in the Pages folder and set the layout to null. Then copy the view and render dashboard function from the documentation, replacing the component type with render mode. This loads and displays the dashboard on a web page using values passed from the server. Create a folder named JS in the www root folder. Within it, create a file called index.js. Copy the render dashboard function from the documentation and add it. Next, create a new folder named Controllers. Within it, add a file called dashboardcontroller.cs. This defines the API authorization server to get details of a particular dashboard using the getSignatureURL method to generate the algorithm. Add the necessary namespace functions to handle web requests, MVC controllers, Razor views, JSON handling, file I/O, and working with Blazor and ASP.NET Core. To avoid naming conflicts, add the Blazor Dashboard Viewer namespace and a public class controller with hosting environment functions. Add the action method for loading the necessary scripts, injecting server-side configuration values into JavaScript, and calling a function to render the dashboard in a specified HTML element. Then, add the authorization server method that generates an embed authorization response by appending user info and a timestamp to the embed query, signing it, and fetching the embed authorization from the dashboard server. In it, add HTTP client to create and send a synchronous GET request for the API endpoint and return the response content as a string. Add the getSignature URL method that generates a base 64 encoded HMAC SHA-256 signature for the given query string by using the embed secret. Next, open the program.cs file and invoke the map controllers method to set up the default route in the Blazor Server application namespace to manage ASP.NET Core components, web requests, working with Blazor, and JSON handling. Then remove this code. And add this to set up the default routing pattern in an ASP.NET Core app to route requests to the embed config error log action of the embed data controller when no specific route is provided. Now everything is ready to run the application. Run this command in the command prompt. I copy the URL and run it in a browser. You'll see the sales analysis dashboard rendered when it loads. If you want to open the dashboard in design mode, change the mode to Design and Load Dashboard to Load Designer in the index.js. And build and run the application. You'll see the dashboard load in design mode. In this video, I've shown you how to embed a bold BI dashboard in a Blazor Server app. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.